Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are delving into a tragic and shocking story that rocked the Atlanta community and the boxing world. The brutal murder of Georgia native and former boxing champion Vernon Forrest. This weekend, Oxygen's true crime series, The Real Murderers of Atlanta, is highlighting this heartbreaking case in its season premiere. But before you tune in, let's revisit the details of this case and the investigation that brought three men to justice. Vernon Forrest wasn't just a champion in the ring, he was a champion in life, dedicated to giving back to his community. But on a fateful night in July 2009, his life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. Here's what happened. Born on February 12, 1971, in Augusta, Georgia, Vernon Forrest rose to prominence in the world of boxing. He became a world champion in both the welterweight and light middleweight divisions, and was known for his two stunning victories over Shane Mosley, who was considered one of the best fighters at the time, with a professional record of 41 wins, 3 losses, and 21 knockouts. Forrest's legacy in the ring was undeniable, but outside the ring, Forrest was equally impressive. He ran a non-profit group, Home for People with Disabilities, showing his commitment to helping others. Unfortunately, on July 25, 2009, this life of service and achievement was brought to a tragic end. On that fateful night, Vernon Forrest stopped at a convenience store on Whitehall Street in southwest Atlanta. It was late, just after 11 p.m., and Forrest was there to put air in the tires of his Jaguar, while his 11-year-old godson went into the store for snacks. Forrest was approached by a man with a gun, 20-year-old Demario Ware, who demanded his gold Rolex watch and custom diamond ring. Forrest, a man not easily intimidated, pulled out his own gun and chased Ware, firing at him as he fled. But the chase led Forrest into a deadly confrontation with another man, 30-year-old Charmin Singfield, who after a brief exchange shot Forrest in the back at least 7 times. The senseless murder of a beloved athlete and community leader sent shockwaves through Atlanta and beyond.
We're also following new developments in an arrest linked to a high-profile Atlanta murder. You're watching video of Demario Ware after his arrest. He faces murder and other charges for the death of former boxing great Vernon Forrest. Less than an hour ago, Ware was in court for his very first appearance in this case. CBS Atlanta's Rebecca Schramm is live at the Fulton County Jail with exclusive details. Rebecca?
Yeah, Helen, I spoke one-on-one with the grandmother of the suspect this morning. She told me her grandson admitted to her that he was involved in what ended up being the murder of Vernon Forrest, but that he didn't pull the trigger.
The charges against you are as follows: murder, felony murder, armed robbery.
With her grandson behind bars for the murder of boxing champ Vernon Forrest, Rose Thomas told me she didn't raise her grandson to be a criminal. She says as a child, Demario Ware was involved in the church choir and church plays.
Baby, when you raise your children the best you know how, you know they got to have their own mind.
Atlanta police tell us Vernon Forrest stopped at a gas station to put air in his tires, and that Ware saw the watch he was wearing and wanted it. Police say Ware robbed Forrest at gunpoint, and that Forrest then chased after him with his own gun. After a short distance, Forrest turned back. That's when someone shot him in the back 8 times. Do you feel like, though, that he robbed Vernon Forrest?
Yeah.
Thomas says her grandson came to her after the murder. Did Demario admit to you that he did it?
He admitted to the robbery, but he said he didn't do the shooting.
Does he know who shot him?
That I really and truly, don't want to say. I don't know whether I'm saying the right thing without his lawyer.
She says for now, all she can do is cry and pray for Forrest's family.
It hurts to know that he was involved in such stuff, and that you just.
We are learning that 20-year-old Demario Ware has been in this jail 6 times in the last 3 years. He was actually out on bond when this happened. We're learning police are interviewing a second suspect and that there may be more arrests as soon as today. Ware's grandmother tells me that she has gotten death threats since she turned in her grandson. We'll have more on that part of the story coming up today at 4 and 6. Live at the Fulton County Jail, Rebecca Schramm, CBS Atlanta News.
The investigation into Forrest's murder was intense. Police quickly gathered evidence, including crucial surveillance footage from the convenience store in a nearby apartment building. This footage captured Ware fleeing the scene and getting into a red getaway car, which eventually led detectives to him. Ware turned himself in shortly after Forrest's funeral, and with witness cooperation, police were able to identify and track down the other two suspects. However, the investigation had its challenges. Sinkfield, the shooter, had a twin brother, which initially complicated efforts to identify the right man. But with careful police work, Sinkfield was arrested, and both he and the other suspects were brought to trial.
So why you shoot the champ? Why you kill the champ?
Sherman, police say you're the trigger man. Anything to say to that?
Anything?
Sherman, what can you tell us about any kind of wig? Any comment at all, Sherman?
Former Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard initially sought the death penalty for the three men involved in the murder, but in the end, all three, Jaquante Cruz, Demario Ware, and Charmin Sinkfield, were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justice was served, but the loss of Vernon Forrest left a void that could never be filled. Vernon Forrest was more than just a boxer. He was a man who touched lives both inside and outside the ring. His murder was a tragic reminder of how quickly life can be taken away, and the community still feels the impact to his loss to this day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true crime stories and in-depth analysis. Let me know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and take care.